This is a video about my little Japanese van and all of those random objects in our lives that bring us a lot more joy than we think. But first, let's talk about the van. I always wanted a van. For a long time in high school, it was a Westphalia VW that I could camp in. Then it was a Sprinter van that I could live in. And one of the most iconic trips I went on was a surf road trip down to Baja California with my friends in Meredith's 1980 VW bus. We went off-roading on 40-year-old tires, and somehow it never quit on us. And then, after all those trends died out, I wanted a van that could haul big items or wood, but was an easy daily driver. I could go camping in if I wished, but it was more for around town and running errands. That's where my 1990 Honda Acty Street van comes in. She wasn't always this pretty. In fact, she wasn't even this color. She started out gray and full of dents and peeling stickers. I went to work for months. We got a new timing belt put in, spark plugs. Actually, almost everything got replaced or renewed. And then a local wrap company really sealed the deal of her beauty by doing all of the body work and putting on this perfect green wrap. I actually found out I was pregnant right after I finished the renovation project of this van. This car is slow, 38 horsepower slow, but I haven't met a person who saw this car and didn't start smiling or pointing. I love objects that bring us joy in silly ways, and I think this van is a great representation of that. It makes us pause in our tracks and keeps us excited about the little things.
Oh, hey guys. Well, as you can tell, this car has some pretty interesting quirks about it. One is that it literally, you have to drive on the right side. You're not on the left side, but that's pretty fun about it. Another really fun quirk. This is actually where you put your gas, and then on the other side, there's an area that looks like where you would put gas, but it's where you put your oil, which this thing does desperately need an oil change right now. As you can see in the back, I built out these wooden drawers, so I have like a storage system in here, and this thing does have back row seating, so you can take 5 people somewhere, and then you got these which kind of double as extra seating if needed. Obviously it's just people sitting in the back. They're a little bit clunky to use because I had to put another piece of plywood in here, and it's better if they're just directly on the floor. But this really helps to make the sound not be so much because the engine is literally right here. So when you're driving, you hear the engine pretty loud. I mean, it's a very small engine, but you still hear it and it's kind of annoying. So I like to muffle that sound. And then I actually took an IKEA, I think these are called Scatus, the pegboard that they make, and I put a pegboard in here to put stuff on it. Right now I took everything off, but there's usually like camping gear on it. Another thing I did was actually custom 3D print this clock, which I put in here because I wanted one. The clock is kind of weird and it shows the date. But yeah, a fun little touch. Let's go to the studio.
Hello guys, objects bring us joy. Things that we see in life bring us joy. You see a puppy on the street, you might not even have a dog, but you're like smiling and acting like a child seeing that puppy. Or you see a really chunky fat baby like mine, and it makes you smile. And the baby smiles back at you, and you're like, oh my god, life is good. Or you see a little trinket on someone's desk. You see a mini notebook on someone's desk, and you're like, you're kidding me, that's the cutest tiny notebook I've ever seen. You see a 3D printed, deflated, pillow-looking catch-all for glasses or for pins or for your hard drives. And you're like, what the heck is that? And all of those questions, all those like emotions that it evokes, it's evoking something. It's joy. It's just like living, it's seeing something and feeling like, that's awesome.
With that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and it was about the van, but obviously it was about more than that. It was about joy and everything that objects kind of are just the ability to sometimes evoke joy in our lives, and I think that's why product designers love what they do. I know for myself as a maker, it's why I love what I do. It's the reason I absolutely love working on projects, and the van was a huge project, but I had an absolute blast on it, and every time I look at it, I get a little bit of joy, which is just so worth having something, right? It's the reason we love people, and we love relationships and everything in life that comes with it. And so yeah, joy is an incredible feeling and an incredible gift that we get to have on this planet. And I hope that that is what was kind of taken through this video. In general, I hope you're enjoying the channel. Thanks for watching my studio tour video. Thanks for all of those kind comments about the studio and our creative space. I really appreciate it, and I had a lot of fun responding to all of you. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that. There's going to be a lot more videos to come. And yeah, I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're staying away from the sickness this winter. My family's been super sick, and we're really over it. I think you probably just heard my husband coughing in the background. Yeah. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.